Just let me know when everyone's ready.
Okay. I think I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. So, in terms of
Just gonna erase that.
yeah, sorry, one sec. Let me actually edit your character sheet so that it says your thing on the thing.
Yeah, it's weird that the name isn't linked to the character name.
No, I can change that.
Like, I've made sheets on Roll20 before. It's really easy to link it.
So, Chris, you are also a human, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Alex, is your name Two of Diamonds?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your hero name or your actual name? Like, did somebody actually name you Two of Diamonds?
That is yes.
Both?
Both.
Proxy out.
I mean, that makes sense, because I know a little bit
Oh.
something about you already, but...
So, a quick question for you, Chris. Is your character in this like magical high school because they have magic, or because you're just really good at making magic things?
R&D division.
I'm really good at making things, and I can talk my way into anything.
Okay.
You might not get me to shut up, but I'm going to just keep on talking, and you're just going to nod your head, and of course.
All
Are you
right.
sure you haven't seen My Hero Academia?
Does anybody have a careful above 0?
Yes, I have one.
Okay, good, because it sounds like we're not very careful.
You're teens.
No, we're not.
You're not.
Who needs...
I mean, I say teens technically because, like, technically speaking, anyone that has magic lives longer than normal people. So it gets really wonky.
Who needs to watch their back when you have a smile like mine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I put my careful to 0, so I was just wondering if anybody even had 1 in it.
And so now we get to some questions of mine for all of you. When and how did you all meet? And it does not have to be like you all met each other at the same time.
First day of school.
I would assume like we have like homeroom together, or like I have at least one class with each of you.
Homeroom would be the easiest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to know who everybody is. If I'd like to be around them or not, that's my choice. But you know,
and I like a little bit of chaos on my weapon. So I probably, after finding out that you're a techie, went to you for maybe some unsanctioned weapons.
I mean, they're probably really lax as long as you don't blow something up too terrible.
Sanctions?
That's fair.
What are sanctions?
All right.
Well, yeah.
Second question. Where are all of you living since you started to go to Rohi, the high school in question?
I get limoed in for my house.
All right.
Oh.
I'm in the back garage. I have my own room. I really don't like to bother
the garage
anybody
of the school, or like just someone's garage?
Yeah, down the street. Yeah, I got my own place. I really do not like to anybody else in my zone. It's all me. So no.
Does the owner know that you're in their garage?
Yeah, it's a family friend. You know,
okay.
I was gonna say we're
It's
in
not
high
just
school.
like-
It's not like he can actually go and get his own house.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I live in the broom closet of some random garage.
My family lives like a block away, so I walk to school.
All right.
They didn't before, but they do now, by the way.
Who started you on your path to heroism?
I was born into it. This is my blood. This is my destiny.
My parents, after 10 hours of
Mhm.
After what happened, my parents kind of forced me into learning about it.
Yeah.
I don't need to be the hero, so I just help other people do their thing.
Oh,
What's that name of that movie? Is it Hero High School or something like that? Where they hero and
Sky High?
sidekick? Sky High. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Totally getting Sky High vibes from your character.
Why do you keep that old ham radio?
We have an old ham radio?
Yeah, why do you keep it?
One, I was able to fix it.
Two,
And-
it's a good way to communicate.
The guys want it, so I don't care.
It's a good way to communicate because so few people are probably listening to it anymore. Or so few people of consequence.
Do you remember what happened to like your middle school classmates? Do they go to the same school as you now, or did they just like, yeah, we don't really want to like risk our lives here?
No, they definitely don't go to this school.
I was privately tutored. But it was determined that I needed to have some socializing to better myself.
All right.
The old school just didn't have, how shall we say this, the expertise I needed to excel. So, it was pretty boring, just to be blunt. I hate to be rude to people, and I had a lot of good friends back there, but I needed something else to push me. And
All right. Are you friends with the students that have fallen ill recently?
Probably not.
I knew who they were, but didn't really hang around beyond class. So.
Yeah, tangentially, definitely not like good friends with any of them, but I knew them.
Okay. And what was the most mysterious thing that happened before you started high school?
Like, to us?
Yes.
I think you know the answer to that for me already.
Yeah.
10 hours of blank memory.
Mm-hmm. Something happened.
Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, no. You said memorable or miraculous?
Mysterious.
Mysterious. I don't want to get too much into my past. On the super deep things, but it's amazing who you can meet online.
Oh boy.
Oh no. There's so many different directions that could go.
Hello. I am here to take over the world.
Ooh, do you need help?
The most mysterious thing for me was the coming of age ceremony within my family, where I revoked my given name, swore into the clan, and received my rank.
Oh, okay. That's what the yes was then. When I was asking about your name.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Well then, with that, I have what I need. To get that last one. We start this off instead of the normal, like what you'd expect, where like someone's looking on a comic book or something like that. We start basically on like the side of a building, and it appears like the side of it is made of like stained glass. But the art of the stained glass is done in the style of like graffiti and the like.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the first thing we picture that's basically on this large mural, well, large thing of stained glass, is a pure black limousine. And the camera zooms in, and the limousine is moving. And it's the two of Diamonds on their way to school with their cousin, who, even though you've been in school for probably a week or two, he's still really excited to be going to the school, even though he's a fair bit older than you.
Huh. I'm probably, well, so not that you can see my face, because all I have on is a blank mask with the number 2 and 2 diamonds. But even from my body position, I'm doing the whole angsty / not kind of here thing, where I'm just looking out the window, watching things go by, just meh. So complete opposite of what my cousin's giving off.
Yeah, and his mask bears the 10 of spades. And he's babbling onto you, and then he notices that, you're doing the whole teenage thing. And he's like, is this about your brother? You've been trying to, like, set up playdates between you two. I know both of you are really busy with everything.
I look over at my cousin. It's not playdates. But
when you're old as me,
yes,
everything's a playdate. And he reaches to ruffle your hair.
I shudder and slap his hand away. I'm not a child. But
you are to me, Twos.
Aw. Call me Deuces.
Twos it is.
I don't actually laugh. I tried. Well,
yeah, don't choose your nicknames.
It's true.
And then with your huff, the camera zooms into a human, black-haired, freckled, walking down the street. Landon, how concerning is when you just see random people sometimes stare at you as you walk towards school?
I think I've gotten used to it. Gotten a lot of stares after what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Had to just ignore it, walk a little faster if I notice it.
Yeah. And by the time you make it to school, you finally feel like the whole feeling of the eyes watching you fade away just a little bit. And the camera zooms again to a garage that the whole thing is now open and there's some slight smoke coming out. Not like enough like there's a giant fire going on, but like something might have smallly exploded.
It's okay. I can fix it.
Oh, not again.
Don't you need to get to school?
Oh, I got time. They'll wait for me. We're good.
Your class starts in 15 minutes.
Okay. Let me just turn this off. I better unplug it first. And the power cell. Anyways, okay. I'm ready. How we doing? Good morning.
Good morning to you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you make sure you packed your lunch this time?
Oh, yeah, thanks. Sorry. Okay.
They throw open basically the door of an old vehicle, which to us would look really impressive because this is like 200 years in the future. And so the cars are a tad bit better.
You mean they're made completely of plastic? There's no metal anymore at all in the cars?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nobody crashes anymore, but if they did...
Mm-hmm. And then basically your walk, the limo, and then the beat-up old car arrive at the same time at the front of Rohi High School.
Yeah, I get to sleep in an extra 10 minutes. It'd be longer, except I walk.
Mm-hmm. So Twos and Jason get lit out respective vehicles, and then the cars drive off.
Well, I sidle up along next to my colleagues. I'll look at the tinkerer, notice a slight disheveled look and some dirt or something, and I'll reach up with a gloved hand and wipe it off. And be like, something catch fire again today?
Yeah, no big deal. I almost got it this time. It's like really cool. Like combining this fusion cell in with a robotic arm that I found, and I love it. It's gonna be amazing.
What's it gonna do?
Oh, it's not for you. Don't worry about it. So I could do something for you if you want, but you know.
But what's it supposed to do? I want to know.
Well, it's client confidentiality. I mean, I have to keep my business going somehow. Like, once I get it patented, I can definitely show you the model, but this is still in prototype session. So.
That's fair. That's a good way to run your business. You can't ever let anyone have your ideas before you've got them tested, vetted, and
right. I mean,
have the rights to them.
And by all means, I can, if you got a project too, we haven't worked, we've been in class, but we haven't worked together on a professional basis. So if you want to, we could do that. And it would be really cool. I could see what you do and what you like, and we could figure it out.
As he rambles on, the warning bell rings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to assume we're starting the day with homeroom, like, you're supposed to, even though the high school we went to didn't.
Yeah. It starts with homeroom.
Yeah, so we kind of just like slide in right before the late bell.
Yeah. And the homeroom teacher just eyes you all up since you're nearly late.
Hi, Professor. We were just at time, right? Yeah.
Yes, the bell didn't ring.
Hey, great. What's on the schedule for today?
Well, firstly, we will vote for a class president. And then secondly, we'll do as I suddenly am unable to form English. You will show me what you can do with all your powers. Or in your case, Jason, make something that hopefully doesn't blow us all to hell.
I haven't yet. You know.
Yes.
One time, but you know, it was close. You know, my fire suppression system did work. So that
no. You literally send someone to help. We just got that person back.
Yeah.
Oh, that may have partly been my fault.
He just looks at you.
Well, I mean, he told me to adjust the dial. I might have turned it the wrong way.
That's why I'm your homeroom teacher. And this is your homeroom teacher, Mr. Higgins.
As in, like, Higginboson?
His last name is just Higgins.
Okay. As we go to sit down, I slide a paper with a diagram for a kind of a wrist-mounted card launcher of sorts to our tinker. Like, what do you think about this?
I think as you pass it, it kind of goes by me. Can I try to flashily make this make an illusion of this?
All right. This is probably a 0.
Okay, I'll sneakily try to pass it so that way he doesn't see the homeroom teacher doesn't see it.
Well, he didn't see the paper, but he's totally gonna see my 3D hologram style illusion of
it. He doesn't seem to care. As he just basically says, "Select a class president and let me know when you're finished." And he kind of just leans back. You hear your other classmates mumbling. A fair bit of them want to elect the member from Clan Yaris.
The reason my character keeps sighing whenever it's mentioned is his parents made him run for it, even though everybody knew he wasn't going to win it.
Oh.
Yeah. Some people want the member of Clan Yaris to be class pres, mainly because unlike most of his brethren, he's kind of skittish and he's the runt of the litter. Clan Yaris are demons that they resemble humanoid bears.
Aww.
And when I say runt of the litter, he's comparably the runt of the litter. He is 8 feet tall.
Okay, so more like Wookiees than Ewoks. Got it.
That ain't nobody gonna fuck with that class president.
Well, the thing is, they're voting for him because in the first couple of weeks they kind of figured out he's not like most of his clan members, which typically they're very much about like honor and stuff, and kind of similar to like what most people nowadays think knights were like.
Mm-hmm.
He's very skittish though, and basically a pushover. He's essentially an 8-foot tall teddy bear that would probably run away if you flashed on the lights too quick.
Oh.
I have been tempted on many occasions to illusion him into peeing himself.
I may or may not have helped with that.
Well, I don't know if I ever did it, but I've definitely thought about it.
He's currently trying to ask them not to vote for him. Which some people are kind of wanting to.
That's actually a legitimate strategy for getting elected.
Well, you know, maybe if one of us became the president, you know, maybe it'd come with some benefits or perks.
His name is.
I put my name out there because I had to, but I really don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, his name is Thomas.
Thomas?
Typically referred to as Timmy.
Aw.
Little Tim, yes. Well done.
Yeah, you also know that he can't lie to save anyone's life.
Oh.
Not a good politician.
He's not.
That's why they want to elect him, though.
That's why. Yeah.
Telling the truth is one thing, but I mean, you have to be eloquent in your words.
Well, the thing is, you assume most of your classmates are wanting him elected because would very much be a pushover.
Yeah. So no, I'm Timmy. So I I have a light bulb moment, and I take this beautiful three-dimensional illusion that was passed over to me. I'm like, Landon Shaw, just loud enough that people can hear, because I don't need to yell, has some pretty good skills. I mean, I take that note and kind of twirl it, that 3D illusion, up in the air, sparkles a little bit. I look at these skills he has, and I just kind of,
all right,
get the teacher's attention on that.
I would say roll clever. You're trying to get a +2. This is not creating an advantage. This is just you convincing your classmates. So
okay,
the target is 2.
Yeah.
While you're rolling that, I was going to add on to it to say that a good leader is someone who can see the present, but also see the future, and lead us from, paper. And I'll hold up the paper and kind of look at it from here, from an idea to reality, and point to your illusion.
Yeah, you're not going to succeed with convincing them on that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
You could spend a fate point to increase that to what you need, if you would like. You could.
GF +3. So I'm just seeing how these rolls work.
It uses much dice.
Essentially, the dice either roll a plus, which counts as 1 for you, or a negative, which counts against you.
Oh, okay. I see. There's 4, 3 negatives, 1 plus. Got it.
Yeah.
And a +3 on top of that, and that hurts. Okay. Got it.
I look at Landon. Is Josh? Is that your?
Landon Shaw.
Okay. Shaw. I want to say Landon Cobb, but I knew that wasn't right. I look and say, how many illusions can you? How many illusions can you do at once? I do have a deck of cards. If it comes down to a vote, we could just put your name on it, fix the election.
I mean, if I wanted to, I could just make it to where everybody thought they were checking a different box, but it was mine. But I mean, that's I'm not very careful with my illusions. Like that's nice and flashy, but that's it. Like I can't. That's not how I do.
And see, that's one of the reasons why you would do well with this. So how do we?
And remember, your fate points reset at each scene essentially, and there can be multiple scenes in a session.
So, like, if you wanted to use one of your 3 fate points now, 1 you'd have 2 left, and 2 you'd get them back up to 3 later, anyways.
Gotcha.
I mean, I can totally try to rig the election using illusions. if you guys think that's something I should try. But
I mean, every good politician thinks about it if they don't do it. I've definitely seen it happen in the business world. It isn't necessarily playing by the rules, but being the one who comes out at the top and...
Well, we don't necessarily need to rig the election, but conversation can be a really powerful tool.
True.
I've never really been one for speeches. I mean, you've seen my parents on the news. They can do speeches. I can't do.
Promises aren't facts, and one of the clever scenarios is realizing the art of showing somebody what they want to see without binding yourself in on the deal later.
I got an idea.
How many
kids are in the
essence
class?
of my magic, right?
There's like 20 people.
Okay.
Hey, free sodas for everybody, but the simple things, something that they would like. But
Mr. Higgins chimes in, tick tock, tick tock.
I've got an idea. I pull out a deck of cards. Let's say I can give. We can leave it to fate. We can have everyone draw a card, and whoever draws the highest card will be can be the president. Let fate pick who should lead. And if someone draws the same value, then we have them draw again.
I don't think that's gonna work out.
Or we could have a good old-fashioned showdown, have a bet, maybe do something with powers.
No powers in the classroom. You can vote.
Okay.
That means I got away with the illusion earlier, guys.
Yeah, you did.
Though I think he's more caring about like using powers to rig an election or something.
Like we were planning to do. Well,
I think he's more concerned of like the showdown, how powers work.
Oh yeah, some people's powers.
Yeah, like technically, Timmy is basically a giant teddy bear, but his clan's magic is literally berserk.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's a secret.
Well, it's known because he's one part.
No, his secret is he's always angry.
Our masterful Professor Higgins. May we have speeches before? Can I create an advantage and bolster my our Mr. Shaw for class president?
You can certainly attempt to do that. Again, it's a thing of two.
A thing of two.
And you're trying to cleverly create an advantage at a conversation, so you do get your plus. If you somehow still get a 1, you have the worst luck.
I mean, you're rolling how many fate dice?
4,
so it's not
5.
Impossible.
It's not impossible.
I'm gonna put everything I have into this. So, and we have the extra fate too.
Everyone has 3 fate points. You can invoke your own aspects. People can compel you.
Wait, what are your aspects?
His aspects is I can fix that. I gave them an old evolved shell casing full of pinwheel parts, and don't get him talking. He won't stop rambling about the latest project.
Okay, yeah, none of those are useful for me to invoke.
No, you're not going to be invoking any of these on this set.
With the aspects, you can invoke them after the roll.
Well, yeah, but you can also, I could also use one of my fate points. Be like, hey, you can get this fate point if you act according to this aspect of yours, or you can give me a fate point instead.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or the DM can definitely do that. I think players can do that too.
Players can do that too, and they don't. If someone refuses a compel, they don't give you the fate point. The fate point goes to my infinite pool of compels. Yeah.
It just goes
the mystical compel GM pool, in which I have infinite number. In terms of my NPCs, they only have a number of fate points equal to the number of players.
Right, but you can just attempt to invoke aspects on us at any time.
Yeah, I can compel you at any point.
Yeah, compel. That's what it is.
Yeah, and okay, so I just hit the clever roll again, or do I add something to it?
Just click the clever, and then basically we'll add 2 to whatever.
Yeah, because there's no way to do that other than actually looking it up.
I don't want to stand on Mr. Higgins' desk, but I will definitely...
You can stand on your own desk.
Yes. Standing on my desk and pulling... what's that movie?
Dead Poet Society.
Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, that's
totally Dead Poet Society on this.
Yeah, so that's a total of 7. Which you succeeded by a fair bit.
Wait, doesn't that give you something?
It does give you something. That's what I'm looking. I believe it's called Succeeding with Style.
Yeah, Succeeding with Style. But I'm trying to figure out what that does.
I think it gives you 2, basically, free invoke the thing he makes. If your total is at least 3 greater than your opponent, you succeed with style.
Yeah, that's the thing I read too, but I wasn't seeing what it does. If you succeed with style, you create or discover the aspect, and you or an ally may invoke it twice for free.
Yeah.
Usually you can't invoke the same aspect twice on the same roll, but this is an exception. Success with style gives you a big advantage. So you created speeches, sounds like.
Yeah. You create the aspect top tier drawing skills go.
Okay, I'll write that in.
Debate. There's always a for and opposition.
And it's the aspect of debate.
Okay, so aspect of debate.
Yeah, basically, now a debate's going to occur.
Okay.
Speech, debate! Wait, debate? That sounds like a greater idea.
All right.
Trying to decide if I should give my flashy debate. Well, I guess it's a debate, so I guess we're just going to choose a way to approach it and then go for it.
Yeah.
How many candidates are there?
Anyone can be a candidate, so technically 20. Including yourselves.
I mean, there was the 3 big ones, right? Or something like that?
People were wanting Timmy because essentially he's a pushover.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be hard to overcome that. Not that I'd use the overcome action.
The thing is that Timmy doesn't want it.
Yeah, but I'd have to overcome everybody else having the aspect of Timmy should be elected.
Yeah, basically, you're going to need a difficulty achievement of 4 in this case.
Right. Where was overcome? That's basically what this do.
Yeah, and so tell me what you do.
Well, I'm going to give a flashy debate against someone. Who am I? It doesn't really matter, though, right? Because I'm just overcoming is the action.
Well, yeah. Basically, you tell me what you do, and then it's like, oh, you're doing that sort of action.
Well, so I mean, it's a flashy debate.
You start creating illusions and just being really energetic, or?
Well, if it's a debate, because that's what you called the thing.
It can be like a speech or debate. I was just naming the aspect of that.
Okay. Well, then I'm giving a flashy speech, and yeah, I'm totally like using illusions to make my points, which I'm sure that Mr. Higgins is fine with because it's not like battle magic. But you know,
he just has like one eye cracked open, just making sure you're not doing shenaniganry.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
It's a flashy. I roll it before I decide if I want to invoke anything else, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
Well, you succeed.
Nice.
I would like those 2 free debate action. What would I need to get flashy? Or not flashy, sorry. Succeed with
3 or more. I think is what it was. Succeed by 3 or more.
3 or more to succeed with style, so you need to invoke this once to succeed with style.
Why not? Because that'll give me a boost if I need a boost on anything.
You successfully...
I'm making promises that obviously they can't come true, but I'm also showing that I know what they want.
Yeah. You see, like, the very much kind of, like, very nearly in a panic attack type deal. Timmy just give you, like, a thumbs up, like, thank you for saving me from that.
Yeah.
And the votes come in, and you are now class president.
Well, my parents will be proud, but, yeah.
Don't worry, we'll help you in this campaign. You're not alone.
Campaign, Harry? You mean...
Well, we'll help you maintain your position. It'll look good on a college application.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be a figurehead. So
You could be the vice president. This was your idea.
you definitely
I'll bankroll it.
Wait, do I
you
get to
definitely
name
have
my
a fault in
VP?
its line.
Yeah, you get to name your VP.
2 of diamonds.
Wait, why am I the VP? I'm not a figurehead.
No, I'm the figurehead.
You're the man behind the curtain.
You're basically.
That's true.
I mean, Jason can still be my counsel, but
Enough fooling around. Let's do your power appraisal tests. As your
Okay.
DM can't English. And you're basically brought out into this gym where you are given a series of tasks to complete with your powers. You see Timmy, or Thomas as he's technically actually known as. No one's going to refer to him that way.
Thomas the Fur Train.
Gives a note to Mr. Higgins and sits on the side.
He's got a doctor's note. I don't actually laugh. I'm laughing as a player.
Well, you hear some people mutter about basically Grand Clan privilege or something like along those lines.
I think it's more that they don't want him to hurt himself. I say to my
that
friends.
makes sense.
Yeah. He doesn't look necessarily comfortable with the whole thing. And what you will now be facing is a challenge.
Da, da, da.
Aha.
Which. Okay.
Essentially, this is the we're showing off our powers in this test challenge.
I'm scribbling frantically in my notebook, just all these new random ideas.
You will need to overcome, defend, and create an advantage with your power. Or in the case of Jason, overcome, create an advantage, and defend yourself with an invention.
Aha.
Or set of inventions.
I create the Uber mech.
It does all 3 things in one roll!
This isn't as difficult. So each of these is the difficulty of 2. So who would like to go first?
Really quick, what does a boost do, and did it disappear because the scene ended?
A boost is the same thing as far as...
Well, you get the same thing as before plus a boost. But it doesn't say there what a boost is.
Boost, I believe, is the... fate point thing, but let me double check.
Yeah. It just, it mentions it there, but I'm sure it says it somewhere else what a boost is. Boost.
Yeah, it's a thing that you can invoke once for free.
Boost, page 26. Sorry, we're right here. Boost is a temporary aspect that you get to use one. Then advantages. Unused boost when the scene they were created is over, when the event no longer exists. Okay, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. So if there was another thing happening in the same scene, I could have gotten a free boost.
Yeah. So which one of you wants to go first on basically showing off your stuff?
I vote for our president.
Okay. So I have to attack, create an advantage, or what? What was it?
You have to do 3 things. You have to overcome, you have to create an advantage, and you have to defend yourself.
All right. Well, obviously.
All these with a thing of 2.
Okay. So.
As basically it's this gym with various training dummies and little rudimentary like battle mechs and stuff.
Okay, I'm going to assume my illusions work on cameras. Because otherwise...
Yeah, we can presume that's the case.
Yeah. I think my illusion is actually light bending style stuff for the most part. I mean,
Ooh.
other illusions too, but that's the style I definitely use against mechs.
Alright.
Because there's no other way that I could affect them than with actually changing something. So, I have to...
So what you're saying is you could eventually become invisible.
Oi!
Oh, well, yeah, one of my first
Sorry.
illusions that are discovered was being invisible. Just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Do I need to do those in order? I guess it really doesn't matter, I'll just hold them.
Yeah, in this case it does not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, create an advantage somehow.
How do you go about doing that?
Well, let's see here.
Don't you give me that look, you've been barking.
I want to discover an aspect of one of these bots, I guess.
Alright. What do you do?
I cleverly use light illusion to test its reaction time.
Alright.
Ooh.
You fail.
Can I do... Yeah, but I am the first of my kind.
Alright, so they're not used to you, so
Yeah.
you succeed.
So I used a fate point to give myself a +1.
You lowered your refresh and...
Sorry.
you lowered your refresh, not your actual fate points. Would you like me to
I feel like it should be the other way because it's not alphabetical.
You want me to make stuff on the screen so you guys can see it better?
I mean, I don't care. Like in person, you would play this with tokens, but
I have no preference.
Okay.
You can't see the screen anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, current fate points. We start with 3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have a refresh of 3, so every scene you go back to 3 and start with 3.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you're looking at.
I just bumped the refresh down on accident. I would have caught that when I went to do something.
Yeah, I was just letting you know.
Create an advantage. I kind of did that. Alright. Then overcome.
Yeah, overcome.
I want to quickly overcome their sensors.
Alright.
Smart.
This is also at a 2, of course. Oh, wow. Snap.
You succeed with style, dodging to and fro.
Also, I did discover an aspect of them. I don't know.
Their aspect is
because that first one
light very easily messes with the sensors.
Okay, well that I did not need to use that.
And then you succeed with style on the next one.
And I have a boost for my defend,
Mm-hmm.
which I will of course flashily defend with my illusions, which gives me a +2.
All right.
So that is a 3.
Yeah. So that succeeds. As you fling illusions and stuff and distract them as they are trying to co-cot you and stuff like that.
Yeah. What's it called? Phostromancy?
Yep.
Light, yeah.
Light illusion. Or light bending, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Just I probably could burn someone with that aspect, but man, would it be difficult aspect? That's not what I meant, but you know what I mean.
So who wants to go next?
I can go next. I kind of want to scare some of my classmates. So I'm going to sneakily, since all anyone sees is that I'm wearing white gloves. My mask is white with the red 2 and the diamond on it, and then I'm wearing just a black cloak with a hood that buttons up in the front, high collar. So you can't see any part of me. And I'm just going to very sneakily, I'm going to draw cards out of my sleeves, just have my hands together, and then just throw them at the targets of the robots.
By the way, with my overcome, because I succeeded with style, I discovered another aspect as well, and that gets 2 free uses.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because I overcame with style.
Nice. How did I get a negative?
Because there's negative on the dice.
Oh.
There's 2 positive, 2 negative, and 2 blanks, I believe.
Well, dang. So, I guess my cards don't go anywhere.
Well, you have 2 free uses on some aspect of the bots. I don't know if that's what you were doing. But
no,
that
I was
would
just
only
attacking
get you
them.
to 0.
Yeah.
Well, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to
attack, defend, and take advantage?
No,
overcome, create an advantage, defend.
Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
you were probably trying to create an advantage of distracted or something.
Yeah. So that didn't work, which is okay, but what I will do after that as a defense, I will I'll run forward and I'll grab just like a small handful of cards, and I want to try to, I don't know what move I would use, what approach I would use. I would like to say cleverly because the idea in my head is cool, but I want to try to throw them in a certain way, like in an arc, just in front of me, so that way it creates a temporary card shield right in front of me. What do you want me to roll for that?
And this is for the defend, right?
Yes, this is specifically for the defend. Yeah, the first one was for the overcome, which was my attack, but that didn't work.
I would say that makes sense to be clever.
Okay. Perfect. Cool.
Alright, well, you succeeded that one. By
so
the
that
way,
works.
Just for future reference, creating an advantage can make your other rolls go better, because you could conceivably get better things for those rolls, so I would normally do that first, regardless.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, overcome can do the same thing if you succeed in style, but yeah.
Okay. Well, what I want to do here then is, as I was going out, so all my cards fall to the ground, and what I want to do is take just the corner of like my sleeve. I'm going to bend down, and I'm going to spin around real quick, do like a little 360 on my heels, and in doing so, throw all of my cards up to be spinning around me, and then send them all straight out at the same robot, kind of like a volley fire, if that makes sense.
All right.
What should I do from that one?
And you've done the create advantage.
This is where I want to try to do it as like create an advantage. So I do.
All right.
Basically, like an unexpected. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go for. Well, yeah, I want to go for the killing stroke. I want to completely envelop their head in cards if I can.
You probably realize as you're doing this that this was the thing you probably should have tried first.
Right. I should have thrown a. Yeah.
But yeah, you get to choose which approach.
I want to do clever because I think working with the cards is clever. It makes sense to me.
Yeah, literally covering up their photoreceptors is probably something I would have never thought of.
Cool. So it works. And then I just go up there and I'll probably tag it and then collect my cards. and then return.
Oh, looks like you got a 4.
I did. So I didn't fail. I recovered.
Yeah, this is basically to see where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the notes are probably like not very sneaky.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Decently clever.
A bit melodramatic.
Yeah.
Both of our powers are a bit flashy.
Very.
Even if you didn't use flashy, they were flashy.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, it is your turn up on the drop.
Well done, my gentle friends.
Thank you.
No, I do not have powers, and I will not try to compete as I just...
He did specifically state, like, your inventions can be used in this case.
Your brain's a power.
Well, thank you. You know,
I mean, super intellect is classified as a superpower.
Hopefully, I wouldn't have to be faced with a big bad guy as I point and kind of gesture over at these dummies. But if I were, I might have to call them, "Hey, ass butt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kick your ass." So I will intentionally inciting them to anger and flashily pulling back the left sleeve of my arm.
All right.
And I do have one of my inventions is, this concealed rocket, it's concealed arm launcher.
All right.
And so I'm just getting their attention, and it's not going to shoot a weapon at them. It actually shoots, and in order to create an advantage, it's a smoke bomb, a sticky pouched smoke bomb that I'm going to smash right on their chest.
Oh, that's genius.
Ooh, nice.
So, now they have no clue where I'm going. So, I am actually going to be very clever because I saw there are more than one of them. And on the other side, I have a grapple shooter.
All right.
So I'm going to try to shoot one of the dummies, bad guys. We try to make it real. Shoot one, grapple his feet, knock him over, and so he kind of like dominoes into his buddies. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
That would be bad if that happened. That works pretty well.
You succeed with style and thus have a free boost.
And so, seeing that everything is happening perfectly.
Oh yeah, there's still those 2 free things on the table if you need them.
Oh, if I really want to do this.
Well, I mean, if you don't succeed the next one, you still have those 2 free things.
Right.
In the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both down. And so to protect myself, so they're grappled, and to protect myself, the last piece of this is I'm going to take these little, they're just small rods. They look not big deals, but I'm going to forcefully jam them into the ground, and they're telescoping. They have little exploding devices. I like them, but they'll actually pin them to the ground.
All right.
Oh, didn't work.
Quick, use the 2 free aspect uses.
Misfire.
Let me figure this out and fix these. I'm gonna have to like Jimmy rig them again, right?
Well, because they're light sensitive, and you're using explosions, and you have 2 free invokes on the bots, so you could just get a +2.
You have 2 free invokes and your own boost that you can use.
Yeah, so you could get up to 3 if you wanted.
So the first time I
can make
jam
this a
them
+6.
The first time I jam them down, it doesn't work, and I just kind of Jimmy rig them, and then finally they smash down.
And you knock them against the floor a couple times.
So here's a question: do you use just one, or do you invoke all 3 boosts?
At this point, I want to finish it. I'm going to invoke all 3. I'm just like,
right. Yeah. So
donk.
Your friends know that it was a malfunction. Everyone else, they think you were showing off because it's like the whole thing of like when someone's like, "Oh no, I couldn't do it," and then you like quickly smack it,
Yep.
and then it just works fantastically.
Perfect.
Funny thing is, I've actually had to do that to something. It's like, oh, it's not working, smack, it works fine now. I know it's the joke of like, oh, you always just smack your tech, but it does work sometimes.
Technology and violence, not good, bedfellows.
Says the guy that's making weapons.
Yeah, says the guys who, yeah. Eventually the other students go through with their variety of their magics, ending with Tuz's cousin, who like has this halberd as his like weapon.
Ooh, old school.
Yeah.
And goes through fairly well. Some of the students are kind of grumbling from Jason's show. At which point, Mr. Higgins like quirks up his eyebrow and is like, "You do know at some point we are going to have non-magic spars, right?"
What?
Oh.
At him saying this, several of the students speak up. And he's like, "What happens if you're unable to call upon your magic? What happens if they have something to counter it?" At which point, one of the more bold, delinquent students like says something, says some sort of comeback. Higgins like, "All right, let's do a spar. If you beat me, we won't have to do non-magic sparring."
Is he calling out that specific person, or is he saying? Oh, okay.
This is a kid who had like they could conjure like a firearm on themselves and basically become this like knight of flame.
Can I?
I nudge 2 of diamonds. Do you know what Mr. Higgins' power is?
Nope.
Is this magical sparring?
Huh?
Is this magical whatever he can do sparring?
The kid or Mr. Higgins?
Well, yeah.
Well, the kid.
Mr. Higgins.
Yeah. I think Mr. Higgins is going to go in just physical combat.
I think he's going to shut him down before he does anything. And this is totally my character talking.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Like, I think he's going to shut him down before he can do anything. He's totally going to try to use that fire thing.
Yeah, some of the kids are thinking the one kid is going to win. Timmy's like, does his normal thing of somehow he's an 8-foot tall bear, but he's really quiet, and he's like next to you. I think Mr. Higgins is going to win.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'd put money down on that. Higgins is probably going to shut him down with some sort of like nerve pinch or something.
Well, he'll probably use his ability.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
We all look at him blankly, not knowing what it is.
You don't recognize him?
I no.
He's the pro hero spell eater.
Oh shit!
At which point, when you watch,
I didn't catch the name. The pro hero what?
Spell eater.
Oh, so my earlier comment of he's just gonna shut him down.
Yeah. Yep. And right as Tibby says that, you watch as the kid with his fire flings his fist forward. Higgins catches it. There's a slight sizzling, but then the armor's gone. And then in the next second, the kid's on the ground with his arm like placed behind his back, with Higgins like having a knee on it.
Oh.
I mean,
Professor Higgins. I start to chant, Professor Higgins, Professor Higgins.
It slowly devolves into just Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Higgins.
Whoa.
Okay. I'm debating on whether or not to throw fireworks, but I hold myself back.
As you see, when your classmate here lost his power, he was unable to fight. But that will be later in the semester. For now,
so PE is going to be hand-to-hand combat?
not all the time.
Okay.
But all of you get changed back and go to the other classes. Homeroom's about done.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
He nods.
I just shrug as we're leaving. I'm like, I didn't change in the first place.
Oh, I want to turn to Timmy. Timmy, you're a really cool guy. So
Thank you.
Just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
We all look over Timmy like, you have very good analytical skills.
Oh, I've just met him before.
Makes sense.
And if you ever need gadgets, I do like to tinker, so I'd love to see what you can do and your abilities, and maybe we can figure stuff out later.
Maybe some other time.
Okay, cool, man. See ya.
Yeah.
I don't think he really likes his power.
Probably not, but there's ways of harnessing it and focusing it. And dude, Landon, while you were showing off in that really cool display, I had a really good idea, and I need to tell you about it sometime. But I gotta go to class.
I could see almost a helmet that could, I don't know, maybe channel his fury somehow using lights and maybe sounds, or I don't know.
Okay. You guys can talk about that. I gotta get to physics.
Okay. As we're walking, I fumble around and I pull out this sphere thing, and it's a lot lighter than what it seems to be, and about the size of just bigger than a baseball.
Oh.
And I'm just kind of watching, and I'm like, I can't do the magic stuff, but I could make something that he could project his illusion sparkly fingers into this, and it could project it 3 times bigger.
As I'm walking away, it's not sparkly fingers. We've had this conversation.
All right. Because
I whispered him, it's jazz hands.
Because I kind of want this, I kind of want to, because I do believe you can use a fate point to create an aspect.
I believe so, yes.
I would like to compel you, Josh, to have the aspect sparkly fingers.
Oh no!
No, thank you.
Okay, so you have 1 fate point. Okay.
I mean, we're about to refresh anyways.
It was I had to try.
Yeah, I know. But so if I had 3 and you had given me another one, I probably would have taken it, because when you refresh, if you're above your refresh, you keep it. It's just if you're lower than your refresh, you raise your refresh. But no.
All right. The rest of your day, all of you, goes as you expect school. You are eventually picked up and brought back to your houses.
I totally had an argument about reflecting light with my physics teacher.
I could hear it from my business management 101 class 3 floors down.
I don't have to calculate it. I know what it does.
And roughly, probably in the evening when it's dark and the sun is no longer out, probably should be sleeping for school in 20-ish minutes. You all notice that little ham radio of yours turn on.
Yeah, we all have our own.
Yep.
By itself?
Seemingly by itself.
That's normal.
I mean, in a world of magic.
Yeah.
But you hear a voice you haven't heard before. Ding dang dong. Bell here chiming in, little ones, with some interesting echoes. Did you know Clan Yaris has a small penthouse in human territory? Seems like the secret was kept mainly because who would be able to force themselves in? Well, it seems someone figured out last night. Because this morning, my echoes noticed these folk clad black like the sin scouring the place. Now, while we have a good peace, what with the heroes and lack, a small member of Yaris would be brushed off as a tragedy. Except little ones. But the one found dead was no small-time member of the clan. Nah. It was that country-fighting powerhouse of a clan head who was found dead. So why was he there? Why did his dead face carry a look of fear? This man, well, demon, we humans long ago worshipped due to his raw power. Yet in a small, torn-apart room, he was found dead. Now this brings about a large question those black-clad and higher-ups are questioning. How does one kill a god? Keep an ear out, little ones, and this is Belle, signing off.
Did you just 3-dog us?
Oh no!
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I immediately hop on and I'm like, guys, did you get that?
The person was obviously female and like Southern Belle type of voice.
Okay.
So like I hopped onto my ham like immediately after they signed off. Like, guys, did you get that? Hey, guys, you there?
Yeah. I got
just
it too.
catching up, processing.
Taking some notes.
Clan head's dead. I wonder who's going to be next in charge, or if the clan will just dissolve.
Well, the other question is, who's sucking in power on theirs
true.
and
Yeah, I didn't
did they
quite
have any enemies?
catch the name of the clan. What was it again?
Yaris?
Yeah, Yaris. In terms of history, Yaris was the clan that kind of ended up starting this whole age because they caught wind of it was during World War II and they were still neutral to the going on into the world. And then basically Clan Yaris caught wind of the final solution from the Nazis. And basically the rest of the clans are like, the humans can figure out, we're going to stay neutral. And then the head of it just kind of nodded and then 1v1 to country. Yeah.
Huh.
Wait,
Okay.
So he single-handedly saved the world, and then now he's dead?
This was hundreds of years ago, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he's
he
dead.
fought Germany by himself.
Well, he saved the world. I mean,
yeah.
In 1945, he saved the world. Yes.
Well, it was 1942 when they first were starting it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the war ended early.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. And he made an example of the Führer. Most of the history books have censored the image.
Ooh.
The Führer, you mean the Fiver?
We like to refer to him as the failure.
Yeah, essentially.
I think he has a whole bunch of nicknames.
Yeah, Clan Yaris is the one with the berserk power, so you can imagine how that went.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, as in like Tim's family?
Yeah, Tim's family.
Oh. Well, I don't know if we'll see him at school tomorrow, but if so, we'll let him know. Oh, hope he's okay.
I hope we're not sparring tomorrow, if he's there.
Yeah, and if so, I hope we don't get paired up against him.
You know the rules. Never say the outcome that shouldn't happen.
I like to bet on the long odds.
Never bet against me. At least not in a game of cards. You learned that one the hard way.
No, you cheated.
No, that's yay. You didn't figure that out until after you paid up the debt, buddy.
I just kind of like flick a card out of my my arm rocket. It's like, there's always a few extra cards to go around. I know how you play.
You know we're on the radio still. I can't see what you did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can. It's like a. Well, yeah. I flick. I know you can hear this flicking noise in my hands. I'm like, I can pull a couple cards out of my sleeves once in a while.
No, that's not what I did. I made my cards say they were all aces.
Mm-hmm.
You were there.
Which is weird because I was holding 3 of the 4 aces.
We were playing with 7 decks, remember? I totally knew I could get away with it.
That was pretty good. I will admit, but subtlety is key sometimes. Just as a thought, for future endeavors.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll just get the next highest hand instead of 5 aces.
You were showing off. That was a cool feat. But if we ever go into real combat,
Yeah, you want to make sure they're thoroughly defeated before you flash them. That's how you get caught when you're monologuing, showing it off.
Wait, I thought we were the heroes. You sly dog! You got me monologuing.
Eventually, the next day comes after an impromptu news flash. Yeah, Tim looks a bit out of it.
Well, I'll go up to him definitely and just, oh man, buddy, my condolences. I'm sorry. I heard on the news.
If this was anyone else, they'd probably question where you heard it, but Tim's very trusting.
I'm pretty sure that everybody knows by the morning. Just saying.
We heard on the news, right?
And my family would know.
Yeah, mine too. Well,
in fact, it was pretty hectic this morning when I left the house. Yeah. I guarantee that.
Probably, if a few minutes ago, the news broke to the general public.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. While they're all watching that, we'll be with Tim. Just moral support. But
at lunch, I'm totally giving him my dessert.
Yeah, your homeroom teacher lets you know that you're going to be practicing rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Rescue? Okay.
Nice.
And everyone needs to get prepped and ready.
I'm definitely getting headgear and elbow pads and knee pads. My powers are not
He does approach Tim by himself, and they have a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm sketching in my notebook just randomly, like I'm always doing, and it's like this exoskeleton thing, but not quite. You see, it's somewhere. It's really tall. I just have these random ideas. So I'll put it away. It's okay.
Oh no, the Uber mech is becoming real.
And eventually you're all crowded into a bus to go to an outside facility that's basically designed for you guys to wreck it because you're not good at what you're doing.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to wreck anything. In full crash gear. I don't know if we're saving dummies from saws or what today, but I'm not good at this.
I look at my my pocket computer and just check a few stats, making sure my power levels on my armor are good enough. Okay. Yeah. Anyways.
Tink tink.
Eventually, you reach the facility. Mr. Higgins lets you know another pro hero that teaches at Rohi is going to be there and helping out. And you open the door, and then you probably recognize the clan just because your clan dislikes them, Alex.
Oh no!
But it's a member of Clan Ovara, who they appear as humanoids, TV static.
Yeah.
Imagine that in humanoid form.
Oh, when the Cybermen were taking over the Earth in Doctor Who. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Where they're kind of passing through and they're really staticky.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but more along the lines that you can't necessarily tell, actual TV static.
Not like a defined... Do they have like a vaguely humanoid shape to them still?
Yeah, they still have a humanoid shape. They still have a vaguely eye and mouth position.
When they called them ghosts at the beginning, when they just were vaguely humanoid, and they just assumed they were the ghosts of their families.
He introduces himself as the pro-hero aid frequency.
Ooh, that's awesome.
And then Higgins has you divide up into various groups. He asks you, Alex, to be the first one to get into position. He points to one of the buildings to be the first one rescued. It seems like you're going to be taking on various things, like rescuing a single person in a situation and then rescuing multiple people, seemingly with the aid of aid frequency, because he can like change the dynamics of what's going on.
Yeah, that works for me. I'll go hustle to my spot.
Yeah, you walk down, you walk into the building. He told you to get back in there a little bit. And as you turn to your left and look down, there is the partially, like, seemingly mummified, well, it's partially buried, and definitely seemingly mummified corpse of one of the classmates that's been sick for the last few days.
The fucking hell no.
And then a hand, like, grabs your mouth. Sis, shh, shh, shh.
Fucking what? And I guess I turn around and stop resisting, as I obviously know who the only person in the world who'd be calling me that.
Yeah, it's your brother.
Did you do this?
No. Things are happening and things are going to be changing. Just be quiet for just a little bit longer. And he's going to try to convince you to be quiet.
You had something to... You know what's happening with the head clan leader.
So you're going to need to defend against him making this very carefully put together argument against you.
You need to defend, and I think you need to beat the two?
Basically both roll, and then we can invoke aspects against each other.
Right, but like your base roll, you definitely want to be higher with.
I'm going to say clever, because I am not that I disagree with my brother, but I definitely don't think that I'm going to let him dictate the entirety of the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. He's going to use the aspect of I'm the older sibling.
I'm going to invoke I only trust my own judgment.
All right.
And I will...
He's gonna lose.
Yeah, make sure you mark down that fate point.
Me?
Yeah, you used a fate point to invoke your aspect. That's how it works.
Where do I mark that?
So, under the fate accelerated image.
I can do that for you if you'd like.
Okay, please and thank you.
Yeah, that might be hard for you to do on the phone.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so I will basically just counter with, I'll be quiet if you answer me one question.
What?
Did we have something to do with the death of the clan head last night?
He looks over to the right. And then from that, a figure emerges.
Oh, shit.
That's smiling. And
shit!
And it turns its head so that you can see as its smile keeps going and starts growing until it seemingly nearly almost splits its head in two. Kind of like a puppet, except, made of flesh. And there's teeth. And he just looks back at you and he goes, "Sorry, sis."
Wait, what? Am I gonna have to fucking attack this thing?
And
it sure sounds like it.
And how this is determined is by your quickness.
Yeah, because this is definitely a physical encounter. So whoever has the highest quick goes first.
I have a 1.
It has a 3.
Oh,
I'm not surprised. At what point are we supposed to rescue?
Basically, I assume you're going to yell out, and then basically after this is when like stuff will be added.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll yell out, and I don't have enough time to throw something out coherently, so I just scream. Just, I
believe that's the go signal.
One moment.
Yeah. Had to get the last bark in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're going to need to defend against it. It reaches its hand towards you. And because of a interesting little thing it has, that's a 4.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, it gets +2 when it quickly attacks.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say... I'm going to attempt to recreate the temporary card shield just by throwing them up in the arc.
Alright.
Did not succeed to the 4.
Yeah, so you can try to invoke an aspect, or you can you can fill up one of your stress boxes.
I believe you can also choose a consequence? Or is this too minor?
The lowest consequence would absorb 2, the lowest stress absorbs 1.
Yeah, I suppose you would want to start using that after you get your first stress.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fighting for my life. I'm gonna go ahead and try to invoke, I am my own destiny. No one takes my fate by guiding me with their own hand.
Alright.
So, even if the hand punches through my card shield, I reform it all the way around the hand.
Yeah, one sec. I'm just seeing if something happens to it after you defend. I don't think so.
No, defend just means it doesn't get what it's...
Yeah. Alright. It is your go. As basically it reaches for you very quickly, and you manage to just block it with your card shield, and its hand grabs one of them and just disappears as the hand stops because of basically its momentum was cut off by that, and it misses you.
Okay. Is my brother still around?
Oh yeah, he was sitting there watching.
Okay, and what are my surroundings?
There's an open door behind you, and these things in front of you.
Things? There's multiple of them?
Well, there is your brother and it. It seems like a person.
Okay. And does it have any sort of eyes or noticeable sensory organs? Okay.
It just has the freaky like puppet mouth thing.
Perfect. I'm gonna attempt to blind it. Or by covering it, I'm gonna do the cloud attack where I throw more cards at its head.
All right, so you're gonna flashily.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
It's gonna try to cover its eyes very quickly.
That's fair. Well, yeah, 2.
It manages to do that, but you can still like leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, no. See, this feels like a test. Again, for the moment. The way since my brother isn't actively attacking me at the moment, I will stand my ground.
All right. At which point, the rest of you feels like a tugging sensation, as you all are no longer where you once were.
What just happened?
And are seemingly scattered around the entire facility.
Is it just the 3 of us that were pulled, or was it everyone?
You are mixed with some of your other classmates.
I just assumed that I'm the only one who stays.
Yeah, you're the only one that stayed where you were, yeah.
Okay.
I fumble for my notebook.
Guys, what just happened?
And you see a bunch of people, demons, and well, they don't look like demons you've heard of. They look odd.
Well, I mean, demons, right?
Well, you would assume most of these things are black bloods just from first glance.
Yeah.
And you just hear a shout over this from your teacher, Mr. Higgins. Kids, get back to the entrance! We're being attacked!
Do we know where we are in relation to the entrance? Because I don't feel like we do.
You do not.
Okay, my quick is 2.
Alright, your quick is 2.
Yeah, I'm 2.
Yours is 2.
I need to scan and run.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be faster than the mooks, basically.
Okay. Do you have an idea other than running away?
First things first, the person that starts the top of this.
Oh, right.
Is Mr. Happy Fun Time Looking Mouth. And you've heard this by now, Alex.
Okay.
So he's.
I know I need a boogie.
So it's going to try to.
Yeah, because you know where you are in relation
again.
to the door.
Again with a 4.
And am I close enough to see this?
You are not.
Okay.
No, we're somewhere in the building that is not close to the door.
I know I got zapped somewhere, but I'm just trying to figure out where I am.
Okay. So it's going to attempt to grab me again. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to. I mean, my best bet is at this point I'm going to try to. I believe quick will be the option, but to block their hand, just kind of do some martial, very limited art, just to make it so that they miss their grapple.
Okay.
Of course not. A fail.
Are you dead now?
Not yet.
I don't think you straight up die in this system, but
Yeah, 1 out of 3. I think, right?
You would take 3 stress, and so you can mark the 3 stress box essentially.
Okay. I assume I get a stress from losing this grapple check, though.
You get 3 because the difference is 3.
Yeah, the difference is 3.
Oh, it's the point differential. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it grabs you, and you can swear you feel just a bit of yourself just leave.
Hi, Zoe.
Oh.
And everything like that happened this morning is a bit more hazy to you.
I mean, yeah, I don't remember much about this morning either.
All right. Chris and Josh, you had 2 in your quickness?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I guess I'll flashily attack these guys. They're mooks.
All right.
I know we're not playing Feng Shui, but mooks are mooks.
Yeah.
Feng Shui 2? Is that what it is? Something like that.
Four. Let me just double check the thing. They're going to try to like. What exactly are you doing with your flashing? So I can possibly think of how they're defend.
I'm basically trying to blind them with the illusions. Take them out by blinding them.
Yeah. There's no real way for like them to forcefully do this. It'd be them trying quick. They're not that quick.
Oh snap! That's a difference of 6 right now.
Yeah, as they're like out of the fight, as they're clutching their eyes, screaming.
Hey, maybe we are playing Feng Shui. Because I just took out all the moves in one roll.
Yeah, you took out like 4 dudes.
I look. Oh my goodness! If it's my turn.
You can still move a little bit, Josh.
Yeah, I'd definitely start trying to help people towards where the consensus is the exit is.
All right. Chris.
Okay, seeing that my friend like temporarily blinded them.
I don't think it's temporary.
Well, I'm not going to trust that it's a long-term blinding.
Right.
So,
no, as the character, I don't think it's permanent either, but as that role, they're probably permanently blind.
So, I am going to call out to them after I'm going to run and start dropping these, little beads, like the golf balls.
All right.
In a line as I'm halfway towards them, and I'm going to start to call out to them and draw them away from where I see my friends are running to. So distract, and I'm trying to get their attention. I'm trying to listen to my voice and come my direction as I kind of drop a nice little line of these fun toys.
All right.
And then I had to back away from them, and I'm going to keep talking, and hopefully they're going to come and, right in front of the little boom bombs that I'm setting in front of them.
All right. Roll clever, then.
They didn't work.
Well, they rolled to defend. And this would be like their sense of like just common sense, pretty much. Mm-hmm. So they're going to try to carefully avoid that.
Nice.
They're not careful.
Well, that worked better than I had hoped. I was kind of worried about it. But,
so you get a couple of them.
Oop. Okay.
Not all of this little group that you lured away.
Okay, so a couple of them out of the way. My friends are going. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna try and. Well, they're already blinded, so they're not going to be able to see very.
Well, they're taken out of the fight.
Yeah. I wanted to. My first thought was to corral them and get them in a direction that they're going to be safe.
Well, like there's.
Okay, and what else am I looking at? So,
there's two more that you attracted that, like, their friends were ahead of them, hence why they didn't step in it.
Okay. So on this, let's use a couple of my on those my flashy smoke bombs and see if I can get those out of the way.
Well, you already used your action, so you can basically move a little bit away.
Okay, so yeah, so in that case, one action, and then yeah, I'm definitely gonna to back out. I don't want to be in the direction of these guys.
All right, and then Alex, do you have one in your quick?
He's probably muted still.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, he's muted. Tell her she's a pretty, pretty princess. Oh, and I want to pause her.
Oh, I did. I just figured you guys didn't want to hear us talking about pooping.
No, not really.
Not really.
Okay.
So, book it.
So I have one.
Your quick is one, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it is now you.
Probably.
So this doll thing has found me.
Well, it looks like a person with the exception that literally its mouth seemingly, like, its like lips and smile literally almost go to like the back of its head. And so, you know, like the puppets that can like almost split their head open, basically, like almost.
Yeah.
When you take the top off. Yeah, basically that, but on a person.
Oh, okay.
Because we're all asleep well after tonight after that image.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So I'm kind of at a loss of what I can do to try to run away from it because it's quicker than I am.
Are you fine?
Oh, you stayed there. You didn't leave. But yeah.
Run away. Run away.
I can try. The best way that I can try. The only thing I can think of is to try to use the big attack, or not the big attack, the cloud storm card storm to try to. No, wait. Is there a bunch of cards right now that I have already thrown on the ground near it?
Yes. Remember, you also have your stunt.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a suggestion for how you can use that.
Okay.
If you'd like.
What I was thinking is, because I identify my cards as, you know, my main attack, I was thinking of trying to use it to, now that they're all on the ground, like, do like a big attack where, like, they do, like, they cut legs, arms, everything around it, and try to just trap it. Like it would be like, quote unquote, and it'd be like death by 1,000 cuts sort of thing.
All right. So you want to like flashily or cleverly like trap it having left your cards there, essentially.
Yeah,
right.
Like I purposely use that, so I want to cleverly attempt to trap it using what I have.
All right. Roll your clever.
Okay. Got a 4.
You see, like, as the cards are going up, you see, like, normal people's, like, how they react to things and to danger. It's a lot different than this thing is. It's like, imagine if you're watching a real life video game character where, like, 50 people are putting in different inputs.
Okay.
It's going to invoke one of its aspects of something to make that a 3, so it only takes a stress.
Okay.
That is the first fate point I have got. Right?
I think so. That's the first one that I think you've had to use, because at least against me that I know of, and for the other 2 attacks, went very successfully.
Yeah. They are many. They are legion.
Mm-hmm. And then I assume you move out of the cramped little room with the crazy looking thing.
Hell yeah. I flip my brother off, be like, dude, fuck you. Like,
you want to keep that finger?
I'd like to see him try to take it.
And then you back out, and you hear the fighting of, like, other students. Distantly, you can almost swear you hear, like, a bear roar.
Tim!
Tim!
And then you feel like a shadow move over you. And then a thud right in front of you as it's your cousin wielding his halberd. And then he does the cool, hero thing of throwing off the mask and cloak, because now's a matter of survival, not a pretense.
Right.
As he stands a good head taller than you, clad in armor with a lot of various depictions of dragons, and there's, like, the various highlights on where his armor would be are seemingly made of, like, obsidian. And you know this from having been with him long enough that obviously he's seen some combat at this point, because it's starting to, like, get molten and start, like, moving on his arm.
Oh, that's hot. And an objective player-wise, not as in I'm creeping on my cousin-wise.
Well, remember what we've discussed about, like, your family and your family.
Yeah.
He's like, my lady, I would suggest you leave.
Yeah, working on that. Also, Blackjack, or the Joker is here.
He nods.
And, like, I'll, like, thumb behind me and be like, yeah, let's roll. And, okay, yeah, so, great. Whew, I was wondering, I was like, where is 10 at?
Yeah. At which point, on its turn, on the top of the thing, you hear in, like, a various cacophony of different voices. Imagine as if someone had, like, 3 or, like, technically probably, like, 10s upon 10, like, trying to think
a legion of voices.
Yeah, imagine if someone had, like, 30 or so different radios on at once.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
In different pitches and volumes, and it just starts, and you see this thing leave, and you watch as its head nearly, like, folds back on itself as it opens its mouth fully to yell. So you see like the back of the head like nearly like hit its back as it's saying this. And it just repeats the word traitor, 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 traitor. Just quicker and quicker and quicker. And you see its muscles just bulge, and you hear like the creaking of bones as it loses any sort of semblance of like rational thought in its eyes.
We're talking about the radio static clan member, right?
No. We're talking about the thing that was attacking you.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. Cool, continue. Now I have caught on.
What do Legion do?
What? Did we lose?
No, you didn't lose me. I was writing something up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I checked the call. He was in here.
As at a speed much faster than it was before, it lunges at 10. And because of its newfound thing, that's a 7.
Don't you hurt my baby.
And then I will roll for 10. Let me just 10. Is this the time I should mention when you're in the limo, like you passed the cherry blossom tree?
Oh no!
Oh.
Hey, a good start to any opening anime is having, one of the cool side characters is die straight out.
As he basically flips from his left hand, his main hand, his halberd up and like tries to block it, and you see his feet start digging in as I will roll for his defense. Oh. Well then. Let's see. That's a difference of 6.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I? Oh, wait, it's not my turn. I can't activate.
No, but I'm sure that 10 has some fate points they could spend.
Probably.
Well, the thing is that
or
it would
take
be
consequences. But
actually, I like the idea of a consequence. I think I know something that'll do.
My baby.
I knew as soon as I said that you were going to throw that right back at me. I'm like, oh no, I was not ready.
Yeah, and you basically just hear as he groans out, as you see this thing like grabbing at his armor and it like seemingly disappearing and grabbing at his face, and you just see kind of like some blood drip down onto his armor. He just goes, "Run, my lady!" And it's Landon and Jason.
So I'm pretty sure we started heading towards where we think the entrance is.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any enemies around us? Are there any enemies around us?
Currently we're at not necessarily in your vision, but you hear fighting from other students, and you're starting to hear other students like coming towards where they heard like Higgins' voice.
I kind of turn towards where fighting's still going on and say, "Well, I'm class president," and I start running towards the fighting.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Reluctant class president.
Will I get there this turn, or do I need to wait another round?
For the nearest combat, you can get there this turn.
All right. What's going on here?
You see several of the students like in a struggle. They're tied at the moment with like these various mooks essentially that are trying to like. The villains are obviously trying to kill them.
Okay.
Vacuum, I really.
I'm just gonna quickly try to punch out one of these guys. It's not my forte, but I'm moving quick. Oh no.
They're gonna try to catch your fist. They successfully defend. It's like watching people have a slap fight.
Let's see.
I mean, you could
the
use
first of my kind really doesn't work for that, so I think I'm just gonna not succeed here. I'm not seeing any aspect that would make sense to defend on this.
Well, you could have a new aspect of I'm the class president.
Oh, I'm totally adding that. I mean, I basically used it against myself. Man, I need to stop with these one-liners, guys. It makes me be able to succeed on this.
All right.
By what? 1?
By 1. So they take 1. All right. What are you doing, Chris?
Okay, seeing my fellows. I'm not in direct combat, so I can't leave you guys behind. Somebody's got to make sure we
Well, you are my advisor.
Yeah, I mean, protection and, if there's any really cool tech or something, that I want to scavenge when, we get rid of these bad guys. So yes, I will move into towards the combat. And what's the scenario? Do I need to defend, attack? How many am I looking at?
Well, defend is when you're being attacked, so you definitely don't need to defend right now.
So, you don't need to defend. You could attack. You could try to create something for your allies.
Okay. So, looking at the scenario, I think I got a good tool. I am going to quickly try to put up a shield.
All right.
Kind of a shield wall. I take my notebook and see if but I'm gonna call an aspect. I can fix that.
Wait until they try to defend and see what it's. Because 0 doesn't necessarily mean you failed.
Is this to attack them with the shield, or
no? This is a shield wall to protect.
Oh, I see.
The rest of the
You're trying to create an advantage.
You're gonna create an advantage.
Yes.
I'd say to do it for this case would be a 2.
Okay, then you do need to spend it on something.
So if you spend a fate point,
yes,
you will create that, and someone can invoke that for once.
Yep, and I'll spend a fate point for that, definitely, yes.
And the debate is not necessarily an aspect you have. That was a thing you made of the scene. You don't need to have that.
Okay.
If you want to have that as an aspect, you can.
Okay, I see.
Oh no, he's prone to debates as an aspect. That would be
No.
No, please no.
That was the bonus that I got on that roll. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that probably shouldn't be on the map anymore either.
All right. And then we get to the class and the teachers. And 2s.
And me?
Yeah, you. So we're going to be doing your turn, basically.
Okay.
And you know what?
I do not know what. I know who, where, maybe even why and when.
I can make a aspect with a compel, right? As long as it makes sense.
I really don't know where spending fate points is somewhere.
Da. No, it has to be something there from what I can see. So it has to be something that is already there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can create an advantage, which will create an aspect, but otherwise, yeah.
Trying to think of something.
So, are you thinking about an aspect specifically for 2 or for like teacher or 10 or...
I'm going to compel an aspect of this scene of they're literally trying to kill you. Actually, no. Never mind. Just go with your turn.
I mean, they are trying to kill us, so that could actually be an aspect of the scene.
Actually, would you say that 2 is willing to take gambles with people? We have lost him.
He just jumped off. There he is.
He's back.
You mean as in if people are like pieces on a chessboard and I'm willing to put them in risk for potential payoff?
Yep.
Acceptable losses.
Yes.
All right. I would like to compel. I have yet to lose a gamble on you.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
Well, I'm going to do it so that you want to. You're going to take this gamble and leave 10s there so that you can regroup and then come back with a stronger force.
I don't know if you have any fate points left, but if you did, you could refuse that by spending your own fate point.
He has 1 fate point left. You can refuse and give up your last fate point, or you can accept it and you will
gain
basically will gain a fate point and you will leave that fight basically and let 10s duke it out by himself.
I was going to let 10 duke it out with the understanding that I will be coming back to help.
Yeah. I will give you a fate point, and then you start running towards you hurt people.
I like that idea. I will do that. I'll tell 10 I'm coming back for him.
Or I guess we are. Is he running towards us, or is it a different group?
He's running towards where you're basically.
Okay.
Sorry, one more time?
Essentially, you are leaving that to go to where other people are like gathering to get more help. You're taking this risk, trusting in that 10s will have it, basically.
Yeah.
Good, Justin?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm perfectly fine with accepting that that compelled action.
Okay.
Sorry, one moment. And then on 10's thing, he's going to slash at this monstrosity with a 6 because of his thing.
Nice.
And then it's going to try to dodge out of the way of his slam, basically. It almost gets it because of its other thing. And then consequences, I believe people can invoke on you for free.
I
Right?
do not know.
Let me check.
I feel like you still need to use the fate point.
It might just be when they're like attacked that you can invoke them.
Consequences are aspects that you take to reflect being seriously. Your opponents can invoke against you. The more you take, the more vulnerable you are. Just like situation aspects, the character that creates it can get one free invocation on that consequence.
Okay, so it's just a one-time thing?
So yeah, they get one free use of it, yeah.
Alright. Legion's going to use his one free use on that consequence to avoid the attack. As Tens isn't necessarily standing fully on his own 2 feet.
No.
But from the distance, you also see Higgins like arrive at that fight.
Yee.
And then the thing, seemingly in almost an instant, gets calmed down as Higgins uses his thing to say no to all its shenanigans.
You get noped.
And then, top of the thing, let me see. Yeah, the big bad is actually going to, at this point, give in the fight.
Yeah, suck it, because I always win.
Yeah, you won that gamble, all right.
But before you see it, like, leave, its grin split its face, and you see it has a little thing in its hand, and just flicks it and presses something before it fades away, and then everything starts shaking.
Okay, I thought it was a bomb in 10, so I'm fine.
Meaning, like, this is like a giant dome structure, and it's now starting to literally fall upon you.
Huh.
So they're giving in, so we get a major concession.
So we gotta yeet out.
Yeah, well, it's giving in, so we get a concession.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, large-size popcorn and a bottomless soda?
Well, meaning you get something out of this that you normally wouldn't.
No, a major concession,
sorry.
so an extra large gulp. And
there we go.
Refillable.
It could be
infinite
that
refills.
The major concession could be that he triggered it too soon, and you guys are fairly close to like the exit, and so it's a lot easier than it was before. It could be they dropped like something highly important to their plans.
Yeah, I don't think that works for Legion here.
Yeah, or, you know, hey, maybe one of us grabs the body of that person that we saw that was our
That would be
classmate
a
that's
major
actually dead.
concession. For sure.
Yes.
We
sure.
get the body as we get out.
Well, you're gonna have to roll to get out, but you're going to get the body.
The
with
concession
the
is
info.
we get the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Basically, like one of the explosions from the seemingly multitude of bombs, like literally flings the body somehow unharmed, and like Twos catches it.
Scary.
She shrieks in horror.
First, I close its eyes. Then I shriek in horror.
The eyes open back up because that's not how it works.
Wait, so we have to roll to get out?
Yeah.
One sec. Let me determine the difficulty of that
Okay.
for you all before you roll.
7.
Ooh.
Please no.
Godlike.
Well, I let me read like typically how.
Yeah, there's
Difficult.
a difficulty track somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to be like it's this and then it wouldn't have been.
Well, there's the ladder. So +8 is legendary. +7 is epic. +6 is fantastic. +5 is superb. +4 is great. +3 is good. +2 is fair. I'm not going to go lower than that because I know it's it's not average, mediocre, poor, or terrible.
-8 is just die.
Well,
If it's extremely difficult,
You can't
press
set a difficulty below
pick
-2.
+4. If the task is impossibly difficult, go as high as you think makes sense.
That's not impossible, I hope.
I'd say it's a little bit higher than extremely difficult. So I'm going to say
Yeah.
5.
5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
But I want to help people get out at that point. Do I have time to try to create an advantage before I have to get out of here?
No.
Well, in that case, I try to map out real quick I'm going to cleverly ascertain the straightest path to the nearest exit, at least for my physical capabilities, and just go
All right.
with the body.
Nice.
Whew.
Oh, those 3 pluses.
With
though.
my 3 issues, though, with my 3 stresses, does that have any negatives to my roll?
No, so if
No.
you scroll over, well, you can't. But if you were able to scroll over the roll, you'll see that 0 is neither plus nor minus, and then there's 3 pluses, and then your skill is 3.
The
Okay.
stress doesn't do anything to you. It's just basically HP.
Yeah, it's
Oh, gotcha.
when you get to all of those boxes ticked, you're taken out of the fight. You're not dead necessarily.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
twos makes
Though
it.
those mooks I blinded. Oh no.
Twos makes it.
I'm gonna do some flashy gymnastics to get out of here.
All right.
Hopefully. Oh no. What was the difficulty?
5.
5.
I'm laser focused. I'm getting out of here no matter what.
All right.
You look and you see the light.
You just barely make it out as.
Oh yeah, no, I
your
almost get
costume.
distracted by the rock that almost crushes me.
And Chris.
I'm beating feet and running out real quick. Simple and straight with sequel.
Oh no!
How many fate points do you have left?
He has 2.
Okay, you can still succeed.
I can succeed if I want to burn them all.
Well,
But
at the next scene they refresh, so
I don't think there's any current aspects you have.
No.
Right.
That would make sense in this situation.
No.
He
Remember,
did.
you still have the 2.
You have 2 you can still make. I've used mine up by now.
He did
I
mention
have
he had
mine.
a grappling hook.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like you should probably have an aspect of I have something for that.
I think an aspect of I've got a tool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that
Got the
makes a
app
lot
for
of
that.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that does make a lot of sense.
And then I think you can double invoke.
You can only invoke a given aspect once per roll.
Okay, so you'd have to have another.
Yeah, his last one.
Yeah, I have another aspect to create on this. Okay, so that's 1 down. Oops, 1 down. And we're just trying to beat feet and get out of here without getting crushed.
I have an idea for an aspect.
Okay.
Big explosions, bigger progress.
Ooh.
Big explosion, bigger what?
Progress.
Yeah, big explosion.
Acceleration is.
Does that sound like an interesting
Velocity
aspect?
over-
That's a fun one. That is a fun one.
All right.
Because, when all else fails, blow something up. So yes, I will have to my path was blocked. I can't get out.
So you make a new one.
So you know what?
He makes a new
The
path.
wall's coming down anyways. I made a hole.
All right, Torque Jr. Explosions.
Look, I made bridge.
And Tens is just going to try to, basically punch his way out, pretty much.
That sounds right. Oh no.
I still have a fate point. And I'm going to use that. Well, technically I still have 2, but I'm going to use that to invoke one of his aspects. I am the Guardian.
Ooh.
I didn't know your cousin was the guardian.
And because I want it to seem cool, I'm going to use my last fate point to make him succeed in style with his other aspect of what should his other aspect be?
Oh.
Okay, so far we've seen I am the Guardian, and what was the other one?
I'm making the other one right. None shall fall.
Ooh.
That's good.
So you see him just as some of it collapses over the hole Jason makes, and probably he's able to do this because of the fact that there's a lot less rocks than there would be since.
Oh no, I love this
blew
picture.
open.
So wait a minute. I went through that area and the rock fell behind me. Jason blew it up.
Yeah.
And then he's holding it open for everyone else to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically, for those that get the reference, he's kelp setting it.
Yee.
As is about to collapse again, you just see him stand underneath, and several students go through, and he flips it behind him after they get through, and he uses the halberd to walk towards you. And he's like, "My lady, are you all right?"
I am fine in comparison to you, but how are you?
That's good. And he just falls over.
No.
No. As I'm holding a dead body.
He's alive.
No, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he didn't get
No,
killed
no,
after
no, no.
that.
The body of the
Oh,
student.
right.
Oh yeah.
Or do we
Yeah.
get the body of the student when
You have it
when
right
Jason
now.
blows it up?
You have it right now.
Yeah, you could
Okay.
totally have gotten it by the explosion that Jason caused fleeing it, but no matter how we get it, we get it.
Yeah, you have it.
Okay. Higgins.
As you see, your teacher looks worse for wear. The other pro hero looks worse for wear. Most of the kids suffered a lot less than you did.
Yeah.
There is a group of kids and a tied up Timmy who tied up Thomas who looks very guilty.
Uh-oh.
Tied
But
up.
He may have gotten a little overboard there with the rage.
Once the berserk starts, it doesn't usually stop.
Yeah, they eventually untie him after like a good long minute of just like staring at him and waiting. Shortly after, ambulances arrive and everything else. Like,
Oh yeah, I think at some point during the fighting I lost all my crash gear.
Huh?
All my like helmet and knee pads and stuff. I think I lost
Yeah.
it somewhere in the middle of the fighting.
yeah. And before the body is taken away, you notice like it has a paper clutched in its hand.
I mean, I take that Hermione gift.
I mean, you did have the body.
Yeah. Can I hide it in my cloak? I doubt it.
No one's looking at you.
Yeah, I'd like to do something to try to hide it so that way I don't
I'm
have to
going to
give it
say
up to
that's
them.
a 0.
Yeah, he's
no one's paying
basically
attention.
saying you're not required to roll for that.
Perfect.
Well,
I will
he still
let
has-
Higgins
he still-
know.
He still has to roll. It's a 0.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I will do sneaky because that makes sense.
The only thing that
Whew.
makes sense. Oh man.
What paper in its hand? You're able
What's
to
the
read
aspect you create from this? Oh. I mean, you don't have to.
No, I really do like the idea of.
I'm
going to say
yeah, it's temporary, anyways. But
I have a pocket for that.
All right.
Just basically, like I can stuff it in a pocket, and it's pretty much no one can find it.
for the rest of the scene, if you need a pocket for something,
Mm-hmm. And as you read it before putting it away, it just says St. Judas Orphanage.
Okay.
another orphanage, Michael.
What?
I'm sorry. Last time we played Tales of the Loop, it was an orphanage.
Yeah, it was an orphanage.
That's okay. Orphanages are where good things go down.
We're in the demon setting again.
Nemesis arrive. They quickly rush Tens into. It takes a couple of them with his full armor on. But they take a look at him and very quickly rush him into one of the. Would you like to go with him?
Yeah. I look at my friend and be like, I should go with them. I should let my family know.
The medical team looks at you because you look completely different from him.
I have.
Higgins.
Wait, I didn't grab his mask. Darn.
Higgins just waves them to let you in.
Thank you, Higgins.
Yeah, that they sound pretty rude. Like, oh, you don't look anything like this guy. You can't be related. I mean, they didn't say it, but they definitely looked like that's what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't even have a face that they can see.
Yeah. and you get into the vehicle. On the way to the hospital, you get a basically text on your phone from your parents. And it simply says, main house compromised. Stay safe. Find someplace to hide out.
Okay. Well, confirmed. And a reply. Brother is traitor? Question mark. And then I'll close my phone and focus on 10.
Yeah. You get to the hospital, they rush him into the ER. Hours later, a doctor approaches you, and you know it's not going to be good news by how he looks.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the relation that came with him?
Yes, he's family.
It seems he took a lot of trauma, and whilst he is alive, it seems he has fallen into a coma.
Oh. Well, he's still alive.
At this point, we don't know if he will wake up.
Well, I thank you for what you've done. And give him the best care you can. His medical bills will be taken care of. Can I stay with him?
He nods and lets you into the room.
Okay.
His armor's put to the side, and he's just hooked up to various things.
Beep, 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 beep.
He looks like almost mummified, but still has some color.
Does he look anything similar to the corpse I handed over to the authorities?
It looks similar to that, yes.
I'm going to take a picture of him with my camera phone.
All right.
For use in later stuff, and then I'll just stay with him until I realize I should probably go, and then I will call up. Actually, I'll probably text Jason and say, "Hey, I kind of need a place to crash."
No, absolutely.
Like in the garage.
Yeah.
I got a bed
I
in the
figured-
corner that's out of the way of all my projects.
I figured it's probably best to stay next to explosive things in case I get attacked.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you know that my family is politically connected. It might be better to stay at my house.
Wait, your family is what?
Politically connected.
Oh, I didn't know that. Player-wise, but...
Yeah, I feel like the character would know. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, I might... I'll probably move back and forth between the two places, and I'll let you guys, know that...
Sleepover!
Yeah. I'll, over the ham radio, I'll tell you that I think my family's being targeted, and that you guys may or may not be in danger. But
as you get on the ham radio, I'm assuming at Jason's place, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. You all hear over the radio, and you once again recognize this voice, Alex.
Okay.
Should have joined, little sis.
Guys, I think we should switch to frequency beta. Sounds like somebody's been compromised.
Yeah.
And it's like after that point, you both, you and Jason, hear a knock on the garage door.
I grab a canister of the nearest dangerous-looking liquid.
There's probably a few of those.
Yeah, there's several. It takes you a minute to decide.
Arsenic, chloroform, ooh, bleach.
Oh,
It's like, be careful with that stuff.
warning, may cause
Okay.
baldness.
I go over to my computer panel and I can click a few buttons for security measures and get prepared.
I got kidding. Loaded.
Is this a new scene?
Yes, this is a new scene.
Okay. Make sure you're at
Okay.
refresh.
Okay. Okay, so I knock on the door.
Yeah, knock on like the garage door.
Can I sneakily, being that I'm a techie guy, think that I have a camera right outside my door?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a business. One would hope.
I'd like to look out my camera and so an action.
All right. And look out your camera.
And I see. So,
And you see someone you recognize because it's hard to mistake an 8-foot tall bear person.
Tim, dude, it's Tim. Let him in. Push buttons.
Yeah,
Let him in.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Push buttons. Open the door. Let him in.
I go hug him.
He hugs you back. It is like hugging an 8-foot tall teddy bear.
I needed that.
I heard your place got hit. It was on the news.
It did. I think the attack today might have been targeting maybe me, but maybe both of us. I think both of our clans are being targeted.
That's actually partially why I came here.
Are you safe?
Yes, fairly so. I would actually like to invite you to the main compound if you need a place to stay.
I mean, that's probably for the best. We probably need to team up.
Jason and London can also join.
Okay, that would be wonderful because I think their connection to me is now a card that can be played against me.
Yeah, I think they're going after demons.
Oh. Well, but wait, Jason's not a demon, right?
He's friends with you.
Fair.
For some, that's enough. I may just be being paranoid.
Better safe than sorry.
But I should probably ask you a question to see if my paranoia is running on the right track. Are you the clan heir?
One of them.
All right. Then, with power invested with me, as of today, I, Thomas, head of Clan Yaris, offer you sanctuary at our compound.
Holy snap, thank you. You're the heir now?
Oh, head now.
Or the head of the... Well, thank you. I will do my best to make sure we strengthen the clans together.
How many people have been killed?
For the only ones reported as murders are my father and that poor classmate of ours.
But how many missing?
I don't know.
And just I would have at that point, I would have by then already roped in the trio, all three of us. That I think whatever attacked 10 today had a hand in the sickness that, or whatever it was that made that body that we came across.
So don't let it touch you. Got it.
Yeah, don't let it touch you. And we may actually already have a lead of where to investigate once we regroup.
Okay, as you guys are talking, and I usually love to speak, I'm getting into my lockboxes, and I'm starting to. I pull out something and put in my backpack and lock one box down, and I start piling backpacks of gear.
Yeah, there it is.
Can I carry this stuff? I mean, I got a lot.
And you just see me picking things up and putting them in pockets, but it doesn't look like my coat's getting any bigger.
Did you make that natural aspect of yourself?
How many? Yeah, that aspect is gone, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone?
Okay.
Unless you wanted it to be an actual aspect of yourself, if you had enough slots for it.
Yeah.
I would like to. Do I? Yeah.
All right. I will make that an aspect of. Oh yeah.
Okay, I did already write that down. My bad. I didn't realize it was like a temporary thing.
Well, I mean, if you want it to be permanent, it can be, but
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many backpacks do you fill up?
Hey guys, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, I'm taking one for me, and I'm giving 4 total. Timmy gets 2. He can carry a lot.
He can carry all of them.
No, I keep this one.
I don't think they're going to impose on the giant bear man to carry all of their stuff.
Yeah. So some things I just keep to myself. Yeah, I keep my special backpack.
I assume they tell you this over the radio.
Yeah, that was kind of my point. Like, hey guys,
on the other frequency.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I guess I'll let my parents know. They're probably going to have to disappear for a while too. But
yeah, okay. Like you go to let your parents know, and they like look at you because they're answering the door, and it's like, a representative of Clan Yaris is here for you.
Yeah.
With the questioning of like, did you do something, or is this a good thing?
I'm getting protective custody, I think.
Having probably been in this situation before, they basically probably have a bunch of bug out stuff, and they let you go. You all are eventually filed into cars.
Yeah, they literally just pull a backpack out of somewhere, and I'm like, hey, I wondered where these clothes went.
Yeah. It includes a burner phone.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, wait. Burner phone or burger phone?
Burner.
Okay.
The shape of a burger.
Okay, it has the shape of a burger.
What's the sitch?
No one expects the burger phone to be the burner phone.
Nope.
And then the camera pans out and we watch as like the various limos that the clan had brought forward with Yol in it go to the compound during the evening. And then you get out and moved in there. And then for funsies, because messing with you is probably part of my job description.
Probably? No, definitely.
Usually. Expected.
The camera zooms to some sort of place that you see a bunch of computer monitors. And it looks like it's these various cameras are observing Landon, specifically. And then, like, the person is speaking into, like, a little voice recorder. Project 132 seemingly responds well under stress situations. We'll keep up observation. And then, like, it just skips ahead to, like, after that night, and then it takes, like, an old VHS tape from basically the desk that houses all these computers, marks it, like, P132, and then just sets it on a pile of a bunch of similar tapes.
All labeled T132?
You don't know? And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
VHSs? What
Yep.
even are those? That's like somebody using an 8-track.
Yeah. I mean, who's gonna check?
Yeah.
Right. Whew, this is fun.
Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't think I'd like 10s as much as I did.